What up? All right, we are live. Let's see if we can get this handled. Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Hey.
That's me.
Nice.
Wait, is that me?
No.
That's not me.
That's not
It's
you.
Marbrowski.
What up? Thanks for joining. We're going to chill here at the Fairy Cave tonight and chat with you guys. Welcome to the family. This is our 9 o'clock chat here with the family. We do this every night, and this is tonight. I'm Erin. This is Rue.
Hey, guys.
What up?
Hello,
You guys-
fam.
You know us. Thanks for joining.
717.
Yeah, what's up? What world do you guys live in? Because we want to talk about perception and knowing what that is, right? And we're gonna have some tea and coffee and all those kinds of fun things while we do that, right?
We're gonna have
Because this is the world we live in, right? And you can live what world you want to live in. And you know, all week long we've kind of been talking about the weird, right? So like, what is weird, right? Like, are you weird, or am I weird, or what's even weird? Like, isn't weird cool, or is it not cool? What's up? Thanks for joining. So like, we've been talking about that, right? So the perception of that. So there's so many different perceptions that can come into us on what we see and what we feel, right? And Rue was saying, hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. Yay. Come on in.
Yay.
So yeah, what world do you guys live in? And we want to talk about what perception that is. Do you live on Earth? Because I feel like a lot of people forget that they live on Earth. Like, I want to think that they live in the town that they feel like, hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. They live in the town that they came from, right? I live in San Diego. I live in Austin. I live in the United States. I live in London. Like, where do you guys live? Like, what world do you guys come from? Or is that, hey, what's up? Or is that the world that we all separate ourselves into to keep the comfort and space that we need? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. So like, or do we live on Earth? Like, do we live on the same little ball that's like swirling in space, right? So like, what perception of where we live is one or the other? What was it that you were telling me we should talk about? Because you were on point and I'm like trailing on something different.
What world do we live in?
Yeah, what world we live in.
Because you were talking about pain and how pain is your story and how that has something to do with it. And so you were talking about perception and perspective coming from our pain.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then I was talking about, well, let's take that and talk about the mirror.
You said mirror. Okay. Yeah, okay.
It doesn't matter then,
sorry.
so why ask?
Hey, what's up? I guess it doesn't matter. So ask. Why ask?
Ooh.
What? So why ask why? So that's what we're asking is like, does it matter? Like, I think it's like that it doesn't. It's not that it doesn't. I think it's maybe that they're not really sure, or they don't know. They've never been shown. Like, I think a lot of people just grow up and they're told, like, you do this, you go here, you go to school, you get a job, you have kids, you get married, you become an artist, you become a writer, you become an architect, whatever it is, right? And you're supposed to do all these things, you're supposed to work, you're supposed to pay your taxes, like all of this stuff, right? And I think it's like we get caught up in that reality, and it's like, it's not that they don't care. I think it's just that they maybe don't realize the importance of knowing that we live on this big ball. So I don't know. And I think that maybe I've even been caught up in that in my past as well.
It's called programming.
Totally. Great.
Right.
Great.
So how do we unlearn all this programming?
Yeah.
You
How
know?
do we unlearn all of this programming? That's a great question. How do we do that, guys? You know, I think that that's been part of the toughest thing. Really just catches up with you. Yeah. Yeah, it really does catch up with you.
But whose reality are you catching up with?
Right. And when are we like, okay, why do I need to be in this reality? Can I change that reality? Like, what can I do to not be in this reality? Because I don't want to be in it anymore. It's not bad, but it's not great. And I think it could be better. Let's see what perception that can be, right? I think we were even talking about that last night on what like the perception of bullying is, you know? And so tonight within pain and bringing up that perception, let's talk about that mirror that we bring on. When we have a pain, right? Like, this is a little tool that you guys can use. Well,
Drugs.
yeah, that's what a lot of people do to hide. Yeah, I don't want to feel, so I'm going to take something. And here's nice. Awesome.
Mine of 50 years.
Nice. Everywhere. I like people of eclecticness. We are from everywhere. I am. So within that pain, right, we feel things, right, guys? Like, so let's talk about that world, right? So you're pissed off, you're hurt, you're in pain for some reason or another, and you're like, listen, anything, help me feel better, right? Anything. Like, maybe you are praying to God, like, yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Any type of pain, stress,
why
you're
pain?
trying to, why pain? Like, this is just what we're talking about at this moment. Depends on your clarity and being, yes. And that's kind of what I'm getting to. And this is what this exercise is going to be about that I'm like touching on. And so I guess a lot of people are stressed out and complaining and not feeling good and focusing on things that are hard for them. And something I've been really observing and kind of going out in town about, that's kind of been something that the family's been doing, is kind of observing. And one thing I've really been noticing is the pain that people are in, that they're constantly talking and jabbing on other people about what they're going through, and oh, he's this and she's that, and he was blah, 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 blah. And this one girl, unfortunately, talked about this boy for over 20 minutes the other day. The same boy that she works with, that she's not dating. Yeah, it's a horrible thing, and she has to go through it while she's at work, but why does she need to take it out with her girlfriends? And it's like, it's sad that we want to live in those realities, in that world, because we're hiding around behind what we really feel in our lives, because it really has nothing to do with our lives one way or the other within that conversation. So that's why I wanted to talk about pain, because I feel like I see it all the time, and I want to love people, and I want them to feel love for themselves, and that's what it's all about. And so thank you. And so this is what we want to talk about, these tools and tricks on how we can do that. So I want to talk about mirroring for a second. Let's look at a mirror as a different scale. And this is like this class, and Rue was on point because I was talking about this the other night, and we should talk about it on here. Is that mirror is something we asked for, right? So when you like throw your hands up and you throw that energy within yourself, help me, show me how to get through this, anything to stop my pain, my stress, my frustration, whatever it is, my grief, like anything, right? You're throwing your hands up, and it's that energy within you, right? That says just anything. It's like you surrender, right? So there's the tool. It's like in that moment, like I surrender, right? Okay. So in that moment, what you've done energetically is you've like put that ask out there, right? To the universe. And it's like, that's how energy works. It like moves and twists, right? So when you put it out in positivity, it's coming back at you. So that's the world you're asking for, right?
Interesting.
Right. So when you do that, right? Interesting. Yeah. Right.
I'm sorry. It's just bringing me back to like when we met.
Yeah.
Because before, I met Aaron back in August of 2015. Throw my hands up in the air sometimes saying, ayo. Oh, ayo.
Yeah. Ayo. Me too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. And that's what we want to create, and all those homies will be upset talking at the bar on the side of the street, or taking a stroll with their girlfriend for lunch, or their dudes on a walk, and they're having this conversation about why can't we be like, hey, why can't we be dancing down the street? Like, that's what we want to create. So thank you. Yes, that's what we're trying to get at. And so for those the pain that we see walking around, that's why we want to get in here. We want to give some tools on giving the hey-o. Thank you. I'm going to use that. Yeah. Email me if you want to copyright it.
You can follow her at family.link. Check out the cast members site. But yeah, back to that, like the mirror. Yeah, like I threw up my hands up in the air, and I was like, I'm tired of struggling. I don't know what it is. I'm doing everything the way that everybody's telling me to do, and what am I supposed to do?
Hey.
And so what ended up happening was, a week or two later, I was introduced to you. And that's when...
And the ball started rolling.
And this ball started rolling.
And that's when shifts happen, people, is when you take action on your life to do something different and notice a new perception, a new world. Because what world do we really want to live in? Don't we want to live in a planet together that we love each other? Thoughts have energy and influence. Yeah, exactly. They really do. And so we want to create that. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. Yeah, we want to create that world of like feeling that energy within each other, right? So when you throw your hands up and you ask for that energy, what I was saying is, here's your tool. What you've done now is you've asked basically for a bunch of little mirrors, or a bunch of little tips and tricks out in the sky that are going to give you what you need, right? And so what happens...
nicest prison cell I've seen.
Right. This is the fairy cave. Welcome.
Wow, who are you?
So what happens is, isn't it weird that you go to work and your coworker is going through a similar situation that you are, or your sister is, or a good friend, or just a friend of a friend, somebody, but there's like people around you, right, that are going through a similar situation as you, and you're like, oh, how weird. Like, we're all going through the same thing at once. Like, oh, and it's almost like relieving, like, oh, you're not alone, right? Like, I'm not alone because I'm going through this crappy time with someone else. And, like, we kind of, like, hug that. And we're, like, romantic it out. And, you know, the other way we can do it, because it is comforting, but you can also look at that person as, like, and see the pain that they're going through. Because you do. Because looking on the outside when they're going through it, you're like, man, like, it sucks for them if they're going through that. And you, like, really feel their pain, right? Because we're, like, really empathetic. Most people really are. Hey, thanks for joining. Right? So as we are that empathetic, like in knowing that you feel sad for how your friend feels and they're going through a similar situation, lots of ways. Yeah, of course. So this is one way. So let's just help some people have a way, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's create the hey-o,
Brian
right?
McWord.
So it's like, that's what it's all about. And let's give a lot of different ways. And I think that's why we want to be on here, is to motivate, right? Isn't that why you want to come on here? Is that you're searching for a way to be a hey-o, right? So, like, let's just play that game, you know? And so this is one way. And when you see those people, it's like, it's so cool, because what happens is they're a mirror. You see their pain. So if you can see their pain and you're going through a similar situation, then you see your pain at the same time, right? And it becomes a mirror, you know, and it becomes this mirror for you and for them. And not only you can clear that pain, but they can clear too, if you're there for each other, to see that you're both mirrors, or that the group of you, that you've met all these different people that are going through this sad point, that you can actually all clear each other, and you can move that energy within minutes, really, if you really wanted to, and had that focus and knowledge behind the love that you have for each other, the compassion for what you're going through.
No, just surfing Periscope, and
oh, nice. Cool. Happy birthday. Your birthday's in December? Is that how you know? I'm like, how do you know that?
Okay. 3/26.
3/26. Oh, it's today.
Today?
Oh.
Today's 3/29.
Oh, 3/29.
That was 3 days ago. Happy
belated birthday.
420.
Okay.
Cool, that's an awesome number.
Cool. Happy birthday, everybody. Thanks for joining on your birthday weekend. We appreciate that here. And, you know, check us out on family.link. A lot of us, you know, have been working on a lot of this stuff for a long time. And, you know, this isn't a show that we were talking about, like, accreditation and being a part of, like, what we are. But, you know, oh, Periscope. You share Periscope birthday. Have you been on Periscope for a long time? You know, I think that we have a lot of love behind what this world is about. And we've been spending our whole lives building who we are to be a part of it. Awesome. Thanks for joining on Periscope.
So yeah, about creating this world and these realities and understanding what these mirrors are and what they are. They're clues.
Right.
Because, you know, a lot of the human experience is about understanding who we are and why we're here.
Right.
I mean, that's what I've experienced.
Right.
Yeah. And so when we have a feeling, we talk a lot about this at the family, when we have a feeling and we're feeling angry or irritated or happy, like, sometimes we don't want...
Hey, thanks for joining.
Oh, thanks. Sometimes it's like, okay, why am I feeling frustrated? Are you noticing what the... Have you guys tried? Oh, yeah, we've tried.
Yeah. In this life and in many others.
Is this called? No, it's not a debate.
No, it's not a debate. Like, we're just chatting about stuff and clearing some good energy. And we want to create this world of, you know, loving each other and understanding where we're coming from, because I think when we feel understood, then we feel more supported, and I think that's what this like world should be about. And so, you know, that's what the family stands for: World Tribalism. Check it out. And so I think if we can understand where people are coming through when they are feeling frustrated, or if they're feeling disrupted, or they want to play with energy and question and fight for what they really stand for, then I think it's something that we want to find out why we want to do that. And we want to work together and work how to synergize this world and create the world that we all want to be in, because the earth is where we live. I might be in San Diego. But,
what do you mean by play with energy? And that's a great question.
That is a great question.
Let's talk about that, shall we? Let's talk about playing with energy. What is energy?
Yeah, what is energy?
Why is that so important?
Yeah.
Weird.
Go ahead. You think I should go first?
Yeah, I think you should go because this is like your thing.
All right. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. We're going to talk about energy right now. So the cool thing about energy is that we are energy, really, right? We're just made up. Hey, thanks for joining. We're just made up of dense balls of energy, right? So if you really were to like break us all the way down, right?
I'm an electrical engineer. Okay, great.
Awesome, great. Like that's great input. Like I love that. That's a really good time.
On a subatomic level. Okay,
nice.
We got to bring our scientists.
Great. So what's your opinion on what we are? I mean, it's like, no, I mean, I think that we all have there's science behind a lot of stuff. And that's why I love people like you that like study that, like the intricacy of it. Like, and I think let's play with it. Like if we were to really break down like the atom, right? It's so delicate and it's played with, right? And it's like, it has the electrons moving around it. And as long as there's 8 and it's equal.
No, on a regular atomic level.
Okay.
Okay. I don't understand that statement.
Yeah. Anyways, so, okay. Yeah. So like basically we break ourselves down and okay. So anyways, we are basically energy bodies. Let's just go there with it, right? And we learn about our skin and our bones and our physical body, right, in school. That's like something that we know we are, right? And that's part of that makeup around the energetic body. And that's what we were born to feel and see on the third dimension. Right? So we learned about that all in through school, and hey, thanks for joining. And they don't say anything about why when we walk into a room and you get this like weird feeling of like, what's going on? Like, who is that? Like, why do I feel this way all of a sudden? Hey, like, that's weird. You know, like I wasn't feeling that when I walked in the room, but oh, that's strange. Whatever. Is it strange? Is it weird? Hey, thanks for joining. Like, I think that's funny that we don't ask why when we walk into a room, hey, that it's weird. Like, it's not weird. Like, just because you can see your physical body doesn't mean that you don't radiate outside of it.
Right.
Like, that you aren't exuding energy around you, right?
NYC is in the house.
Yeah, hey.
Thanks
for joining.
Fight or flight sucks. Okay, so here's the thing, is everything's energy. And so there's different theories on it. There's quantum physics, there's string theory, there's field theory, there's all this stuff. And so a lot of what is happening, I mean, especially with The Secret coming out.
What up? Hey.
And so, especially with The Secret that came out and the law of attraction, and there's all this, you know, spiritual stuff that's coming out, and some call it woo-woo. We just call it life. And so there's this idea about, there's the science. We are entering a phase where science and spirituality. Yes, absolutely. Yes. It's not soon. It's happening now.
It's happening right now.
That's why we're talking about it.
What do you do? Yeah, what do you do?
You want to know more?
Yeah, that's
so
great.
Everything is happening now. It's integrating now. So the past, present, and future, we can go into a lot of different subjects right now, but we're just, what we wanted to focus on was energy and creating this world. So if we think about our reticular activator system, some people say that, oh, like I have to attract it, I have to manifest it. Well, that's not true. I mean, that's partially true, but that's not all of it. There's action that needs to be taking place. So the reticular activator system, what that is, which I'm sure many of you, because you've all been contributing, know what it is. It's when you have that thought and you focus on something, whatever that is. Like, what is your setting an intention, right? And so say that in the beginning of the day, you say, I want to experience something amazing today. Like, or you say, I want to experience a miracle today.
Right.
And so that is in your reticular activator system that anchors in. And so what happens? You experience a miracle.
Especially if you're like, it's like a complete embodiment of like, I'm going to do that. Like if you ever walked in, like, you're like, this is what's going to happen today. Like I'm going to do that. And like you achieve it. Right. And it may be something small. Hey, what's up? And it's like, you feel that like excitement behind it, but don't like, you put that out there. It wasn't just that you said, oh, I'm going to do something awesome today. Like you felt it. Like you knew that something awesome. Hey, thanks for joining. You knew that something awesome was going to happen. And you were like, yes, this is what's happening. And you go out, hey, thanks for joining. And you're like, this is what happened. This is awesome. Hey-o. Yeah. Right? Right? And it's like, this is great. That's manifesting, right? And so here's a story. I'll just throw in a quick little story, right? I'm in Maui. Me and my friend were like, yeah, right.
Something amazing.
More appropriately. Okay, what is appropriate?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So basically we are trying to connect like all these like-minded people that like want to find their purpose and move together and like grow, right? And so this is like what we do. So we put out a manifestation and we like loved it, that we wanted to, thank you, that we wanted to meet someone that was unconditional loving support, right? Like we wanted to invite that energy, right? And so we're out, right? And we're sitting across from these two guys sit down and we're like eating and we kind of said hi to them, but they weren't really engaging. So we were just like, okay, so they're not the ones we're supposed to talk to. We're just going to be over here. So I'm eating my food and I look up and the guy's wearing a t-shirt that says literally natural on the front of his shirt. Right. And I just like put my bite down. Natural is the name of my salon. And I spell it differently too. So it was like, why is he wearing that on his shirt? And I literally put my food down and I was like, hey, how are you? It can be very fast. And from manifestation, I mean, we manifested this and in the afternoon and then we drove over to the place. And so minutes, days, yeah, it could be.
I mean, there's another story about this too.
Yeah, so we could keep going. Let me finish the story and then we'll go into it. So it could be, it's just depending the power behind it. And like, this is what we're learning. We're figuring it out. So, hey, welcome to the family. Let's all figure it out, right? It's like, I don't claim to not be vulnerable. Yes, definitely. Every day. And you should too. But anyways, so, I'm sitting across from him and I put my fork down. I'm like, dude, why does he have that shirt? I'm like, hey, I'm like, hi. I'm like, who are you? I was like, what do you do? Like, what's your name? Like, what do you do for work? And I just like kind of peeled into him instead of like ignoring the whole idea. And he was like, oh, like I live here in Maui. Hey, what's up? And anyways, like turns out like this guy was an amazing guy that, hey, from France, what up? Have you been on here before? Thanks for joining. Welcome to the family. It's your world, my world. No, I haven't. Check us out, family.link. We do this every night at 9. So we're talking about, like manifesting and bringing that in, right? So I'm sitting there and this guy has a shirt and turns out he is amazing. And he's got an organic mulching company that supports all spiritual medicine. He has all this property on an island. Like he's amazing. Yeah. Thank you. And it's like, it was just such a loving connection and someone that's about all we're about on supporting the earth. And he is such a good part in a friendship that we all connected to in that moment. And we asked for unconditional loving support. And that's exactly what he is. And that's like a part of what we brought in. And we did it another night too. And we met this other kid that's just absolutely amazing. And I think it's like when you put that out there, there's other things that we've done too. Like we asked for like silly surprises and we got that too. Like fun, like interactions, meeting people, things happening. It's really, really cool what you can put out there and start small. It's like, I think in the book, The Secret, it says, look for a feather. Like say, I'm going to see a feather. I'm going to hold a feather, like visualize it, see it, hold it. And it's like, you kind of make that happen until you really start seeing feathers like everywhere. You can test that if you want.
Because that's your reticular activator system that's actually working. So it's not just like, it's not just setting an intention, it's actually embodying it, feeling its vibration, seeing it, visualizing it. And so that anchors in your body and your spirit. And then it sends out these like wavelengths out into the world that attract that so that you can actually see it. And then it becomes this, that's where the law of attraction effect I manifest lucky pennies. That was something small I could track. Found one even every day.
Nice.
Yeah, and then you work from that small penny, then you work up.
Make that penny out of that bill, girl. You got that.
Shit. Check out metamind.com. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And so that
Metamind. Okay,
these
cool.
are great.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. That's awesome. Try something bigger next time, girl.
Yeah.
Bring that over here.
So, and anything that's what we're talking about. We're creating, I hope you gals find like,
thank you.
I'm a money magnet. We find them all the time.
It. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna find me a lucky penny tomorrow. Thanks, girl. Send that energy over here. That's the family love I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, holla. Hey, hey, this is fun. Yeah. I love you guys. Yeah, see, this is the whole new world that we're talking about. Yeah, what world do you live in? Yeah.
LOL.
Seriously, like, we want to live together. Vegas? What?
Oh,
I come see you. Yeah. I'm going to be there in June for the International Beauty Convention.
Oh, that's cool. I'm in there in May.
Nice.
CEO space.
Nice. Hey, we're going to be out your way, girl.
Yeah.
We should do a family, meeting Periscope. We'll do a Periscope from the Strip. From the fam. I'm soaking this in at the moment.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. Nice.
Fremont Street. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yes. That would be awesome. Yeah, we're talking about a whole new world. And, when we all connect together and we all bring in the love and connection and we show how we can have compassion for what everyone's going through and bring that out, then that creates the new world. And that's why we labeled tonight, what world do you live in? Because we feel like we all live in the same one. Yeah. Thank you. And we want to create a world where we all can live together. Whether you're in London, Rio, Africa, Australia, where are you at? Let's be on Earth, because Earth, Gaia, this is where we live, because that's who I work for, and that's what the family's all about. What's your, on psychedelics? Well, I think that, they can bring open a lot of crown chakra information, and sometimes it's true and sometimes it's not.
I think it's about energy.
And it's more about energy than it is about psychedelics. But anyways, being in what we were talking about tonight is creating, bringing that energy to be able to, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, hashtag one world.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like that.
So awesome. And it is a hard world, and we don't want it to be that way. We just want to find love everywhere. I have to say I live in San Diego so I can get on a plane and fly to London, and the plane can get there, right? Yeah. Love you. And it's not because I live in San Diego. I live on Earth. That's where I live, and that's what I support. So what do we do to come together to create that? We all feel very special, right? And that should be the way we do feel. I am special. I have things to provide. I have things to do, and I want to show it, right? Yes, you are. Yeah. Yay. Yes. Family doubling. Family. And this is what we mean. Bring in the earth.
Certain countries about food and water.
I know, but that's what we want to figure out, Ooh. And now I'm making it messy. I get excited. I'm spilling the water.
Passionate about it.
Yeah, passionate about it.
Have you guys seen the show Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman? Yes. I've seen parts of it.
No, I haven't. I'm going to look that out. I love Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I bet it is.
We're getting so many resources tonight.
Yeah, this is good. You guys are awesome. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
make you feel connected.
Yeah.
You sleep when he talks.
I sleep when he talks.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So anyways, here we are, on this planet, let's work together and let's be that. Let's comfort that purpose. And so we want to be everywhere, and we want to see what everyone has and what they have to give and what they have to share. And that's what we're about, right? Because being that, what I was saying is being that purpose is what we want to give you, right? We want to create that world. Yes, I have many times. Mm-hmm. I'm actually prior military. I have 2 degrees. I'm also an energy healer and practitioner. I've owned a salon for 8 years. I've been in the beauty industry for 14 years. I could go on. I don't need to give my accreditations, but I've been to 24 countries. Right now, listing them isn't really what we're talking about. But, it's all about being a part of where we're at and what we're a part of. And I still plan on being the earth as my playground as I move forward, because that's what we're all going to create. It's a we house that we live in, and it's the we world, and let's be that we world. And
energy healer, explain.
I'm an energy healer and practitioner. I have trained in Reiki, shamanism, Buddhism, Taoism, 5-element theory. I don't believe in choosing favorites. I believe in integration, and whatever the energy is provided and needed at the time is what is used. So I love to learn and just integrate what works for me, because that's my purpose. And I feel like everyone has their purpose in the energetic value. And what I learned from a lot of my coaches, mentors, and teachers is that being open to that energy and learning everything that's out there is really good for us, right? And so when we can take from what we need and release what we don't, that's awesome. And so my teachers have actually taught things that they don't actually use, but that they know other healers use and provide really good use for. And they tell the reasons why they don't and why other people do. And they give you the value to pick it apart yourself and decide whether you would like to use the technique or not. And I really, really like learning that way, because then I have the choice. And I think a lot of us really want a choice, right? Like we want to have a choice to be who we are and make these, like, yes, I want that. No, I don't. I do like this. I'm going to change that. Like we want to have that yes or no. Thanks for joining, you guys. And like, we want to create like what that means for us in moving forward and being that one purpose within ourselves and letting that be okay. Because I think a lot of us feel like it's not okay. We feel shamed a lot or judged within our lives. I think a lot of people feel judged or worry about what other people think. And so this is creating a way to make your weird your purpose, your pain your purpose. You know, like let it all be great, because everything really is just love at all levels, right? So if we can just show that love for everything that we're at and let it be okay. Like it's okay that I'm sad. It's okay that I'm upset. It's okay that I'm frustrated. It's okay that I'm excited. Everything is perfect just as it is. And if we can be okay with perfect just as it is, then we can all create a better world together. So what world do you guys live in? Like that's what this is all about, right? That's why you guys are on here. Let's talk about the world that we're in. You know, hey-o.
Or the world that we want to be in. Because maybe you're not happy with the world the way that it is. Maybe you're not happy with the way that you're experiencing your life. In my teens, I got into the dudism after watching Big Lebowski and had like 5 Big Lebowski t-shirts.
Nice.
That's an awesome world to live in.
Yes, that's a complete world to live in.
Very well
thank
said.
you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and you know, it's the World Tribalism, family.link. Join us. We're here every night at 9. And, you know, we're here to just talk about new concepts of worldly love. And we're that new community, or the new normal, as we want to call it. Because I think that all of us inside feel something like we're a part of something different, right? Like we feel like we want to express things. Today we were talking about millennials and the idea behind millennials not really understanding like how to cope with life. And their parents are like, go to school, go to work, do this. And they go to work and the boss says, do this. And they're like, I don't want to do that. And the boss says, if you don't do that, I'm going to fire you. And they're like, okay, fire me, because I feel like I want to do something else. Because they're like, I feel not good about doing that, so I don't want to do it. And that's what this is all about, going with what your instincts are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
It's okay
totally
to don't agree with everything.
No,
absolutely.
Don't. And we need to stand up for that now. Right. Does it have to be a corporate society? Do we have to live on money, money, money all the time? Or can we go back to a tribalism in a way that works together?
Just the first I've heard. You know, actually, no. We're not the first of a paradigm shift. I mean, the paradigm shift has been happening.
It's an evolution. You know, it's funny because I feel like I feel you there, but like I've been learning so much that I'm starting to feel like it's like a ripple effect.
Right. I meant with you guys.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not.
Maybe we're lighting the match. Is that what you're saying?
Right. We're figuring this. First at critical mass, though, maybe. You know, these are really interesting concepts. Because these are the things that we talk about. Yeah. We talk about these concepts all the time. Are we, who's the first? Does it matter if there's a first? Right. I don't think it matters who the first is. It's just a matter of how many people can we influence? How many people can we impact? How many people can we help remember who they really are, why they're here, and empower them with the tools, whatever it is that they need. Like, Aaron and I are very different, and yet
Right.
we're very much the same,
Right.
very much alike.
Right.
And we disagree on certain topics. At the same time, I honor what she has to say. So not everything, just some of them.
Right.
Right.
Totally.
And that's the thing,
That's okay.
is
Yeah,
because
totally.
with religion, or say with cults, you're expected to conform in corporate society.
Right.
You're expected to conform. And the family were like, well, I love how different you are.
Right.
And I love the perspective that you bring. I may
Right.
not agree with it because I don't understand it. I want to understand. Tell me more.
Right.
And so,
Right.
like,
how can I help you? Like, how can I understand this a little bit more? Because when we understand, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we want other people's opinions.
That's what real tribalism is, right? Like, I'm not right or wrong. Like, that's the beauty of it. It's like, we all have these great ideas and we say all these great things, but great things trump great things every day. Like, that's why we get better and that's why we evolve, right? Like, it's all about the love. And like, I just want to understand. And like, sometimes I feel like you might feel wrong or you might feel upset about something, but if you do, then you feel something and you choose, yeah, totally. And it's like we choose to feel something about that. And like, oh, wait, if I'm upset, then I have a feeling about it and something's happened to me that relates to this that I need to let go of energetically. Because really that power is behind you. It's family.link. We'll post it right now so you can see it. It'll come up on the feed. It's family.link. We have a resource center, meetups, and we, there you go. We also do this every night, and we're creating a lot more space that's going to come up more often than 9 o'clock. So you'll start seeing us talking. We actually have a big group. This is just us tonight. Tomorrow night, it will be different. And every night after that, there is scheduled people that are within our group. It's not just us, you guys. Like, it's a growing mass of people, and we love each other and the energetic value that we all have, and we're all very different.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. And we all provide a different piece of the puzzle. And so let's kind of wrap this up with the idea behind my puzzle, right? Because this is what I love to talk about, and this is what I like to share, is that we are a puzzle. And let's think about it like that, right? So everyone together is this one big giant piece of amazingness, right? And it's not still working fine though. Yeah, of course your brain's still working fine. And you're a piece of our puzzle. You know, and that's where we all like, yay, hey Paris, what up? Have you been on here before? I feel like there was someone either from Paris or London.
There's somebody from France.
Yeah, join us. Family.link. Worldly.
Whee!
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, yes, I thought so. Yeah, no, family.link. And like, I'm talking about our puzzle, and like, we want to link everybody. Like, we want to be everywhere, and we are everywhere. The earth is the playground, right? Not just where we are now. Okay. Why? Okay.
Sorry.
Why does that make you feel something that I play with my hair? What does that do for you? Yeah. What does that do that makes you feel something? So, so we're the puzzle, right? And like the puzzle, when it's all put together, it's amazing. And it's like this one big picture of like something that puts this great photo of the world or whatever it is, right? And every little piece matters, because without every piece, it would not like be whole, right?
Est-ce parlez français?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, what? You shouldn't be able to log on. Does it say log on?
Oh, it's probably the join me. I don't know if Alex fixed that. But we'll check it out.
I'll
if you
have
go
to check that out.
family.link.
I will have to check that out. I'm not sure what that is. But anyways, the puzzle, right? And so we're all a piece to it. And each piece is like a different shape and a different color. And it's like, it's its own value, right? And so that's kind of what we are. We're all just a little piece, and we have our own beauty to us and our own shape and color that makes us just particularly special. And without those pieces, yeah, you're cool. Like, we love everybody. So I'm so happy you're on here. Join us. Because we are the world, and without your puzzle piece, then we can't have our puzzle completed. So, we love all input, and seriously, like electrical engineer, like you're awesome. Like, we need the science behind what we talk about, and like some of us have it, and some of us have other like specialties, and like this is a piece of the puzzle. Like, let's collect how this all works and how to move in synergy. Like, you're great. Thank you for being on here and sharing all of your energy tonight. Thank you.
She's really good at the analogies.
I got a few more, people.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Yeah, that would be awesome. We would love to hear from you. Positive energy. Thank you. Yeah. And we do motivate, and everybody should meditate too. Go within, people, because that's where your purpose is. And that's where we can connect even deeper, is when our roots are planted into the earth, and when we're feeling our center and we feel centered and connected to what we truly energetically value, we can create our purpose and connect together on a higher energetic value.
How do you deal with angry, negative people?
The thing about angry, negative people is it depends on the situation for sure. And I think a lot of times we, instantly will take on that anger. Like, now you're angry, right? You're like, why are you talking to me like that? Right? It's like that instant, reaction that we have. Oh God, here we go on my pause. I'm supposed to be wrapping this up.
I'll get back to the lab and work that out.
Okay. I'm like, here we go with the pause.
It works fine.
Yeah. So it's like when you're feeling angry like that, it's like, okay, someone's coming at you and they're like, you're this, you're that, or I'm pissed about this, or maybe they're not pointing at you. But the thing about it is that most of the time people are mad because of something that's within them, that they feel upset. This situation, whatever it is, relates to them, that creates anger. They're hurt over something. But just because they're hurt doesn't mean you have to be hurt. And a lot of times when someone is exuding anger, they can't stop the anger if it's fed with anger, right? When someone's yelling back at you, it only feeds it. So if you can stop the energy and just be like, okay, why are you angry right now? Okay, I don't feel that way about myself. I'm sorry you feel that way. Or you can admit, yes, I was that way, and I'm super sorry that I did that, and I'm sure it did make you feel upset. But there is a way to speak out anger without spitting it and yelling it and feeding that energy of mean, right? That doesn't feel good.
So it's the thing about society and how we've been raised, at least in America. I'm not sure about the other parts of the world, because I didn't grow up in those parts. I have visited, but I haven't grown up in them.
Hey.
So the thing is, we take things personally.
Right.
So when somebody's angry, we take it on as our own, like she said, and we take it personally. So what do? We have a couple different options. The one that we found to be the most successful is pause.
Nice.
Albania.
Nice.
That's
Albanian.
Cool.
What up?
Yeah.
Welcome to the family. Family.link.
You just leave. Yeah, and you have that choice too.
You have that choice too.
Right.
But like also, okay, so this is great.
Yeah.
But like sometimes when you just leave, like it's like, okay, but why do you leave? Like why does it affect you that you need to leave?
Right. Why are you being triggered to where
like,
you don't
why does it trigger you though, you know? Yeah, of course.
You like, oh yeah.
Of course. Who doesn't? We like everybody. We're the worldwide tribism.
Because I'll bring you down. Okay.
Okay, totally. Like, I don't want to, I don't want to bring it down either.
An MRI engineer, 20 plus years, see a lot of brain imaging working at Mass General.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I bet you got lots of really good information on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I would love to get some information on brain, like, energetic. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Dude.
I mean, we have Lindsay.
Yeah, but dude, see, connection.
Yeah. I'm a fashion designer.
What?
Daddy.
You are?
Yeah,
Hi.
we'll rep your stuff.
Dude,
bring
I'm
it over.
so ready to stuff on my show. Let's connect. Yahoo! Dude, I'm all over it. I'm speaking in Mexico next month, April 14th, you guys. I'm like, send me an outfit. I'll wear it at my event. International in another country, from one to the another. Yeah. Let's work this out. Email me. Famili.link. See, family, tribe. See, we connect together. Like, yeah. You choose. You're the designer.
Louis Vuitton product.
It's
so
on
good.
tax day, but it's down in Mexico, so they don't really have tax day. So I thought it's like it's not so worried about actually. But yeah, so it worked out. And then I didn't have to think about my taxes. It's in Rosarito, actually.
Oh, you're talking about your speaking gig?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, anyways, you guys are amazing. And I'm so happy that all my puzzle pieces, oh my God, me too. Me too. Do you keep, I'm like, I feel like you... Hey, what up?
Hey, Ernest is here. Hey, Ernest.
Hey, Ernest. See, family members be logging on now. Hey.
Yeah.
So anyways, we've been chatting for a while, people.
Night kids, keep it up.
Oh, good night. Thank you for joining, Brian Wright. You're the best.
Come back tomorrow.
You. Yeah, come back. Yeah. 9 o'clock, we're on here every night. Family.link. You're the best. We really appreciate your input. Anyways, you guys are awesome. Yeah.
We have too much fun tonight.
What?
I want to start meditating,
oh my God,
but
you do. Okay, you can concentrate. Do you want to do it right now?
We can meditate, yeah.
Yeah, we can do it for a minute. Like, we've been on here a while. But here, let me help. Okay. So,
No,
what?
I can't. Why not?
Okay, you can't right now. That's okay.
Okay.
You can't. Oh, okay. Hey-o. I love you.
Oh.
Okay, so one really good way to meditate, because your brain gets in the way, right? That's what it is. It keeps talking to you.
Watching it. No, we'll do it together.
Well,
we used to do this all the time.
You can hear us even when you close your eyes. Actually, when we started this, all we did was meditate on here. Like
that's all we would do.
And then people didn't. They were like, "What the hell are these people doing on here? They're just sitting with their eyes closed." Yeah. And so we're like, "Okay, we need to be more entertaining." Yeah. Okay. So
actually, we'll talk about that tomorrow too. I think we're going to talk about distractions. Yeah, we'll do meditation tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do a meditation. Can you come on tomorrow? But you know what? Here, let me just give you a little tool, because our brain gets in the way, right? It's like talking to us the whole time.
Yeah,
you are too. That's why you're on here. You are too, right? So your brain gets in the way. It talks to you. It tells you all these thoughts, right? So what you do is you make what?
Not for men. I don't.
Ernest. Okay. So it gets in the way. So what you do is make your brain think about something that helps you meditate, right? So what you're doing is breathing, right? So you're breathing when you go to meditate, and you're breathing It's funny. Nice. It's funny. So you're breathing, right? So yes, you can listen to music, but also when those thoughts come in, like think about your lungs moving in and out. Think about your nostrils moving in and out, the nose hairs in your nose. You can think about the air that's coming out of your nose, like the clothes that move on your skin, how your hair might move, like how you might, like just think about your presence of now, like where your body is sitting, like breathe that in as you're breathing in and out.
Think about like
the presence of right now.
The vessels, the blood running through your veins. You think about the bottoms of your feet, how the blood flows from the top to the bottom. Silk.
Silk or chiffon?
I like chiffon.
I like them both.
Can we have both?
I like silk. You know that dress from what is it? Burlesque. That that Christina Aguilera wears, that green one. It's like in silk.
So
Isn't it silk?
That's right.
Like, that's my dress. Like, I've always wanted that dress.
Yeah! There is a community in Pondicherry in India called Auroville. I want to go visit.
Cool.
We need to go to India anyways.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Is there like a link or something for that? Did that help on the meditating thing of like taking your brain out? Yeah, wait. Oh, nice. Do you have can we write this down?
Yeah. I got it.
I'm like, can we write this down?
Scribe.
Ernest, get this. Make sure you get this down.
We have so many resources from Jake. These are awesome.
Yeah, this has been fun. We've been on here forever. Is it like 10 o'clock, Greg?
I don't know.
It is.
Merci beaucoup.
Oh my God, we've been on here for an hour.
You guys have a lot to say.
Merci beaucoup. Is that it?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, thank you in
You're
French.
welcome.
So I think that's good.
Yeah.
They said Auroville, so we'll... In India.
Maybe they're looking it up. Maybe we should wait a second. Are you looking it up? Oh. Yes! Scribe! Got it. Auroville.org. I want to go to India. You do? Let's take a trip to India.
Go.
Someone told me it was going to change my life when I go there.
We were supposed to travel anyways. I mean, Ernest got that yet. Remember? Traveling?
What?
Oh, fuck. What?
What's
Who are
that?
you? I live in love.
Oh, me
You do
too.
Have you been to Africa?
No, I almost got to go, but then there was like a civil war going on and we weren't allowed to go. So I was going to, but I didn't.
But I really want to climb
I do want to go, though. Yeah.
We have a friend. He's the oldest man to have climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. And we want to go. And he goes every year. It's a leadership thing.
All right. We love you guys. You're the best. Tonight's been so great, dude. Paris, London, where else?
India, Albania.
Love you. Oh. Thank you for coming. We're going to go. We've been on here forever. Mm-hmm. But we love you guys. It's been so fun. And we're actually probably going to be on here tomorrow night, too. Yeah. So we'll continue this conversation tomorrow night at 9. Welcome to the family.
Welcome.
.link. Check us out on Facebook.
Love them more.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace.